The entire value of the king crab caught by Alaskan fishermen in 2022 was $43 million, and they brought in 4.5 million pounds of the species. In this article, we will discuss the method that is used to capture these specific crabs. It is well known that king crabs are characterized by their enormous size, spiky shell, long legs, and tough exoskeleton that serves to conceal and defend them. They are harvested for commercial purposes because the meat they produce is both delicious and soft, and it is a popular choice in restaurants and seafood markets. When it comes to these crabs, the legs are the most usually consumed section, and they are typically prepared by boiling or steaming. These boats are outfitted with crab pots or traps that are specifically designed to be effective in capturing king crabs, while also limiting the likelihood of catching other species, which is referred to as bycatch. Both the pots and the traps are similar to huge cages. They are typically made of metal or mesh, and they are baited with fish or other attractants in order to get crabs to enter them. The traps are created with entrances that allow larger crabs to enter while inhibiting smaller or undersized crabs from entering. This is done with the intention of specifically targeting king crabs on purpose. Once the fishing phase has begun, fishing vessels will place crab pots at particular sites on the ocean floor that are known to have abundant populations of king crabs. Immediately following the placement of the pots or traps, they are subjected to a period of soaking, during which they are left on the ocean floor. This is done to provide the crabs with sufficient time to locate the bait and successfully enter the traps. The length of time that the crab is allowed to soak might vary according to a number of circumstances, including the characteristics of the environment, the behavior of the crab, and the legislation that governs fishing. When the predetermined amount of time for soaking has passed, the fishing vessels will return to the sites where they were deployed in order to recover the traps. In order to accomplish this, the fishing vessel must be equipped with specific machinery in order to bring the traps or pots back to the surface. The fishermen carefully open the traps in order to gain access to the king crabs that have been caught. Once the king crabs have been extracted from the traps, they are placed on big trays or sorting tables that are located on the deck. These trays are often constructed to contain a large quantity of crabs, which makes it simpler for the crew to sort and process the catch in an effective manner. The king crabs are arranged on the trays in a manner that takes into account a variety of aspects, including size, gender, and quality. The crew may also inspect each crab to ensure that they are in accordance with the standards governing fishing, and they may release any crabs that are either small or prohibited back into the ocean. The crabs that have been taken are then sorted on board, and any crabs that are either undersized or not the target are normally released back into the ocean. This is done to guarantee that the restrictions regarding size and species are adhered to. King crabs that have been collected are placed in live well tanks, which are specialized chambers meant to house and preserve the crabs after they have recovered. Because it helps to keep the crabs alive and in good condition until they can be further processed or transported to onshore facilities, the live well is an essential component of commercial fishing vessels that are responsible for catching king crabs. Immediately following the retrieval of the crab pots or traps, the live crabs are taken and placed in the live well. It is common practice to fill this area with seawater in order to provide the crabs with the conditions they require in order to survive. The water is pumped around in order to promote oxygenation and to keep the temperature at a level that is comfortable for the crabs. After arriving at a processing plant, king crabs are subjected to a step of sorting and processing before being prepared for distribution to the market. The crabs are manually sorted by workers at the processing plant according to size, weight, and other quality standards. Workers who are skilled in the craft arrange the crab so that it is near to their chest and use their body weight to press the crab against a knife that is either fixed or particularly made. After that, each side is independently positioned beneath a rotating blade, which is a mechanical instrument that has been specifically designed for use in precise cutting. The crab legs are positioned, and the revolving blade quickly and accurately separates the segments in a manner that is consistent and precise. In addition, the process is significantly impacted by the application of cutting-edge technology and automation. Crab legs are chopped automatically by robotic arms that are equipped with precision tools. These arms are trained to accomplish the extremely complex process of cutting crab legs. Through the utilization of sensors and cameras, these systems are able to determine the location and orientation of every crab leg, thereby guaranteeing precision and uniformity in the cutting process. The robotic arms are able to perform cuts quickly and accurately, which maximizes the utilization of the crab and reduces the amount of waste produced. Manual methods of production are slower and less standardized than automated cutting systems, which are designed to handle big quantities of crab legs. These systems are designed to handle enormous volumes of crab legs. Not only can the incorporation of technology during this step of the processing process increase efficiency, but it also improves the total product quality by supplying crab legs that are sliced in a predictable manner. The next step, which is typically cooking, is typically performed after the king crab legs have been collected and processed. This is an essential stage that plays a significant role in the preservation and enhancement of the flavor and texture of the crab meat. During the cooking process, the legs that have been harvested are often placed in huge baskets or containers, and the cooking procedure may comprise boiling or steaming. Having the option to purchase crab that has already been cooked and frozen provides consumers with a convenient choice. First, the majority of crab is processed and cooked shortly after it is harvested, and then it is frozen as quickly as possible in order to maintain its flavor and freshness. Canned king crab meat provides consumers with a simple option that allows for easy storage and an extended shelf life. It is a solution that is ready to be used. On the other hand, complete king crab legs are available for purchase and can be used in restaurants and other institutions that specialize in culinary arts. The legs are packaged in cartons that are frozen and have the capacity to hold many legs. Because of their construction, these boxes are intended to offer an additional degree of protection while being transported and stored. It is common practice for chefs to favor the legs that are still intact because of their aesthetic appeal and the chance they provide to exhibit the particular presentation of king crab. They are renowned for their enormous size, unique appearance, and delicious meat, which have earned them a unique position in the world of seafood. If you are interested in learning more about the manufacturing lines and the processing of various types of foods, proceed to the next set of movies that can be found here. Movies